بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Alhamdulillah. Follow.
The question is about salah, where a person, let's say Abdullah, name, or whatever it is, he don't pray. He believes that salah is obligatory, but he don't pray at all, or such and such. So is that person a believer? And if he died in that state, would he be known as a believer?
The question is regarding a person who says that he believes in Allah, he professes Islam as his religion, but they don't make salah at all. If they die in that state, are they believers? What is the condition? So on and so on and so forth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surely knows the condition of a soul. We don't. We have what Allah has said, what the Rasul of Allah has said, what the Sahaba said, what they practiced, what they understood, what was narrated from them. That's what we have. So the Prophet ﷺ, he told us, between a man and between shirk and kufr is salah. The Prophet told us those who do not pray have made kufr. And the list goes on of the texts of the sunnah of the Nabi al-Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam. And there are many verses in the Quran that talk about those who do not pray and the threat that Allah has mentioned regarding them. Ibn Qayyim mentioned many of them. Khalid in his book, the book of Salah, Kitab al-Salah wa hukmu tarikiha, and those who do not make Salah. He made a very extensive argument supporting his view with regards to those who do not pray. That's a very long argument. Many of those verses, if not most of them, if not all of them, someone could say are verses that Allah sent down regarding kuffar. We're not here to mention that right now. It's just a fact that if you come across the book, Ibn Qayyim, he has a very detailed argument. We say that outwardly, and the apparent outward manifest ruling is khilaf among the ulama, the fuqaha, the muhaddithin, the different Islamic groups with regards to iman. What is iman? Does iman come? Does iman go? So on and so forth. And specifically the salah. All of the ulama unanimously agree that a Muslim who denies the obligation of salah, who rejects and denounces that salah is mandatory, it says person is an apostate unless he's in a far remote region, far from the basic teachings of Islam. And that person should be taught, should be educated, should be reminded, and if they persist upon saying that they don't have to pray, then they're what? No longer Muslim apostates. That's ijma'. Then we have the concept of Muslim who acknowledges prayer being mandatory. He acknowledges it. I know I have to make salah. I know I'm wrong. I sell khamr. I don't go to the masjid. She says I don't wear my hijab. I know I'm off my deen. I know. Jazakallah khair for a reminder. Make dua for me, inshallah, and get myself together. They don't reject it. And they don't make salah. That's when the fork in the road comes. Some of the people of knowledge say, right? Say this person also not a Muslim. Because the Prophet ﷺ said this, Allah said that, the Sahaba said this, so on and so forth. فَقَدْ كَفَرَ. And other ulama go left. They say, whether a person is still a Muslim. They're sinners, evildoers, weak low iman, but they're still in the fold of Islam. Because this verse in the Quran about Allah forgives all sins except for shirk. This verse in the Quran Allah talks about so on and so forth. This hadith speaks on so on and so forth. Shafa'ah, intercession. Those who make 5 daily prayers, they'll have an ahd, a covenant with Allah. And those who do not, وَمَا لَمْ يَحَافِظْ عَلَيْهَا, won't have any covenant with Allah, etc. The proofs and evidences to support that they're still believers. The first group of scholars on the right, they didn't have two further categories. How many salats does a person have to leave off to become an apostate? One prayer, intentionally, or the majority of the salah? They all unanimously agree on the right that those who don't make prayer at all are what? Kuffar, period. Whether they acknowledge it or not. But they differ on how many salats. One salat or 9 out of 10 salats. Everybody understand this? Everybody clear on this? It's very dangerous. Your family member, maybe your mother, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Your father, your uncle, this one and that one, fulan and fulana, that don't pray from time to time. Wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Allah help us all. Everybody understand this? Very scary. And then the issue of those ulama who take a view and they say they are still Muslim, period, with their proofs and with their evidences. Perhaps one of the reasons why they differ on the issue, several reasons. One of the reasons is the word kufr and shirk or kafara. He made kufr. They have made kufr. They are kafirun. They are zalimun. They are fasiqun. فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. Everybody understand this? إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. The word fisq is used several times. إِنْ جَاءَكُمْ فَاسِقٌ بِنَبَإٍ فَتَبَيَّنُوا. Allah says if a fasiq brings you news, verify the news. The word fasiq is mentioned. And Allah also says that the munafiqeen are the fasiqun. So they say is that the term kufr, shirk, fisq, dhulm, whatever, is used for many acts and statements, and it isn't what? It isn't major kufr or shirk. The shahada is not nullified, they don't leave Islam, but Allah still mentions and uses the word. So they say similarly, with regards to salah. فَقَدْ كَفَرَ. He has made kufr, he imitates the people of kufr. Not making salah leads to etc. of the different views and opinions and so on and so forth. Perhaps that's one of the reasons why they differ. Because the text, one says, it clearly says, فَقَدْ كَفَرَ. And a hasty person is going to say, Sharif, why are they even different? It's clear, it says kufr. And there are other acts in which the word what? Kufr is used, and it doesn't take the person outside of, like we read in Lulu Marjan. Those who say to the stars give us rain, I'm not my father's child, a woman's kufr to her husband, and then this goes on. So the word kufr is used in several verses, several hadith, and it could, or sometimes it means what? Different levels of kufr. Different what? Everybody understand this? Different levels of what? Of kufr. Or the term kufrun duna kufr. Quote unquote, minor kufr. All sins. Kufrun duna kufr. Things that lead to kufr, things, etc. So this is one of the reasons why they're different. Let alone those pertaining to the concept of iman, actions, and so on and so forth. So there's some of the reasons why they differ. So therefore, if you're an imam of a masjid, and somebody dies, and they want you to make the janazah prayer, the janazah service, and you are of those who hold the view of the first group of scholars, whether you're a blind follower, or whether you're a mujtahid, or whether you're someone who can proficiently follow, a muttabi'. You can look into the different arguments and choose for yourself, but not do it 100% independently yourself. You're going to have to go with what? The view. And that is, I knew Fulan for years. I know his son. We used to play basketball together. His son is my pupil. He never made salah. I can't help you. Sorry. How are you going to say he's a kafir, ya akhi? Oh, you're Allah. I'm not Allah. I'm not claiming to be Allah. I'm not claiming to have the knowledge of Allah. But I have to follow what I believe. And I don't believe that we should make janazah on him because it was known that he didn't pray at all. It was known. Every time I went over his house, his son, I advised him. It was known he didn't make salah. No matter how long his name was, no matter what his name was, it's the reality. Everybody understand this? Him in the akhirah and hereafter, that's only Allah knows. Only what? But based off of my view, my opinion, I have to take that which is apparent in the dunya and I cannot pray over him. Because I don't believe that he was Muslim. Everybody understand this? Another fifth issue is it from the sunnah to ask? As many imams and people say, did they make salah? Is that the sunnah to ask? Everybody understand this? Or, not even that, the concept, I don't pray over him, but somebody else can. But I'm Sheikh Sufyan, I can't pray on him in public. Because people look up to me and they take my actions as he did it. Everybody understand this? Those are all subsidiary issues. Very, very important, especially in America. Is it the sunnah to ask about a person's rights or the rights of Allah between Allah and his slave? A debt, this is a different story. Did Fulan have a debt? Still what? Person's haqq. Suicide. Something that's outward, public, and ugly. People may look down upon suicide. They may scorn the act. Homosexual Muslim. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Everybody understand this? It's a different story. I can't pray over him. I'm a public figure. The masjid, so on and so forth, reputation. That doesn't mean no one can pray on him. And no one doesn't have to. Everybody understand this? So is it the sunnah to ask about did a person make salah? Is that the sunnah? The Prophet asking about did a man have a debt? That because it pertains to the haqq of the what? Person. Of the people. Did your mother make salah? Did she fast? Did she? Is that the sunnah? To try to dig into, dive and investigate into a person's personal relationship with Allah? But for hypothetical reasons, one can say it was what? Well known that a person didn't make salah. As far as if you were from those who took the second view, based off of your own research, your own blind follow, whatever, but you hold the second view, then you're going to do what? Make the janazah over them. Everybody understand this? No matter what opinion is stronger, we're not arguing and debating on that right now. It's a very long technical debate, which we can, but we're not going to right now. No matter this or that, be prepared to implement it and not to be hypocritical and not to have a double standard. What applies here also applies there. The person in the masjid, the janazah, fulan and fulana, the sister that you want to marry, her wakil, her father, in Saudi Arabia, the people that you know do not pray. Are they Muslims? Are they apostates? And the list goes on. Be willing to do what? Apply it. Can't go, oh no, but, la. It's not going to work. Everybody clear on this? Don't be hypocritical. Don't be what? Don't be hypocritical. Now there are all types of rulings that pertain to apostasy. Once a man is an apostate, his marriage to a Muslim sister is instantly null and void. There is no talaq, there is no advice. It's fasq. The contract is shattered instantly. The sister is now mandatory, not optional, not preferable, mandatory for her to leave her husband instantly. He cannot see a lick of hair from your head. He can't touch your arm, your foot, your nose, your ear. He's haram for you. He's a murtad. And she has to leave the house instantly. Or he has to leave her house, whoever's house it is. She can advise him. The brothers can advise him. But the contract is what? Everybody understand this? You have to be willing to do what? Apply it. I'm not trying to scare you from this opinion, because I'm not here to defend the opinion or show you which is I'm just telling you about reality. And there are many, many other rulings. All of these Muslims here, these people that you know don't pray, you have to be willing, when you go over to brother's house, not to say salams to them, because they're what? They're kuffar. And you know for sure that they don't pray. You've been friends with Sheikh Fulan's son your whole life. You play basketball with him, you know he doesn't pray. It's known. You go to the match, you come back, he's still sitting on the sofa clicking the thing. Son, you know my dad, he don't pray. So on and so on. When he started making salah, when you became guided and enlightened, you start growing your beard and wearing your thobe and actually trying to practice them, they made fun of you. They made what? They made fun of you. Oh, you think you're better than us now because you're wearing that? You're a saint now, you're pious, you're righteous. You had a girlfriend. You used to drink, you used to smoke weed. Now everything's haram, the whole dunya is going to hell. It's the reality, unfortunately. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Why are your pants so high? Your ankles not cold, Sharif? Your underarms, are they as long as your face? Hear things like this from people who say they're Muslim. I want to go to the masjid and make salat, man. Ain't nobody making salat, man. Why, Khalid? It's real. There's a reality in many homes. So now you know these people do not pray. So you go home, your uncle says, Assalamu alaikum. What are you going to say to him? Your dad give you salams. What are you going to say to him? Ummi, who's still married to dad, that doesn't make salah. Are you going to tell your Ummi that Abby's an apostate? They're married for 30, 40 years. Oh, Ummi, you can't be with Abby. You have to leave. You can't sleep in the same bed. Without a doubt, more than deep. And I'm not saying that this says your opinion is weak. No. I'm trying to prove a point of the reality of things. Okay, so you go hard here. Fulan is an apostate. I'm not making salah on this person. Ahlul bidah. Don't give me the salam. Get out my face. Die. Death together. Now you have to do that. What? Apply that there. Are you willing to do that? Are you ready to do it? Do you have the capacity to do that? Most of the Muslim world today, they make all their salah.
No.
I'm not here to answer that question. It's just what? Something to think about. It's something what? Something to think about. So you got to be mindful of this. Especially in America, where there's widespread ignorance. So much jahl. So much turning away from Allah. So many distractions. Everybody, so just be mindful of these things. There are rulings of ridda. There are rulings of what? Of ridda. We don't live in an Islamic state. You don't have the ability. There's no Muslim government, so on and so forth. But there's personal conviction. You can't give that person salams. It's unlawful. Everybody understand this? Sit, eat their slaughtered meats. Khalid, the halal meat store on Liberty, right? Or 135th or this or that. You know the guy doesn't pray. And he has a what? He has a big cow in the back of the store. Slaughtering it for Eid. But the guy doesn't make salah. Can't eat from there. His food is not Ahl Kitab. The ulama say that an apostate slaughtered meat is worse than a Jew and a Christian. Everybody understand this? Or you go to this Afghani restaurant, this kebab house. You know the people there don't? Everybody, can you eat from there? Everybody understand this concept now? So there are many different ins and outs on both opinions and both views. The general concept is, why would a Muslim be happy with having his deen in the hands of a faqih? The faqih says he's a Muslim, faqih says he's a kafir. That's scary. We can pray on janazah, maybe we can't. That's scary. So yani, the dawah to our family members, to our neighbors, to our co-workers, this is very serious. It's very serious. And you just stop. Think, Sharif, how many people do you know, from little kids to now, family, friends, distant, school, Fulan, academy, that didn't what? They don't make salah. Allah help us all. That's a brief summary of the two opinions. I said they have proofs and evidences on both sides. Many ulama hold this view. Many ulama what? Hold that view.
So is the fasting though? That person?
Well, see, that's another concept now. A person is a murtad. Of course, the fasting is invalid. Without a doubt, the kafir has no deeds. Rather, it's worse than someone who he tasted Islam. Everybody understand this? If a person is of the second opinion that they are a Muslim, then kada. Does it mean that the fasting is accepted? Will Allah accept a person's fast who doesn't pray? Look at that. This is very dangerous, a very sick issue of not making salah. How can you not pray? Let alone the concept of never making prayer, missing the salah from time to time. Some of those ulama who hold the view that they are kufr, that it is major kufr, they say there has to be what? Most of the salats that they miss. But for a person just let a year go by without making salat, a month, a week, a whole day in which you not made salat once, that's deep. What iman is in your heart? 24 hours went by and you didn't make salah. 72 hours, an entire week, years went by, you never prayed. You say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. I believe in Allah. I'm a Muslim. My name is Khalid. Kada kada. But I haven't prayed in 3, 4, 5 years. And there's iman in that person's heart. Everybody understand this concept? Why some of those ulama say that it's impossible for there to be iman without prayer. It's a very, very long discussion. You read the statements of the Salaf Salih, you find all types of things talking about this. Iman, irja, the murji'ah. How can you say a person's still a believer and he doesn't make physical prayer? Very deep. A very deep issue. Wallahu ta'ala alam.
Making dua in the salah, can you make it in English, for example? Can you make dua in English?
Making dua in the salah in English. I would say if it's a fard prayer, don't do it. A fard salah, nothing but the Arabic language should be mentioned. As far as a nafil salah, I still wouldn't advise with it. But perhaps it wouldn't be as tough and rigid in the nafil prayer. And the fard prayer, we don't believe, we don't see or hold the view that anything except for Lugha al-Arabiya to be mentioned in the salah. And Allah knows best. If a person has a need that they want to make, let them make it outside of the salah in English. Or Urdu, or learn basic Arabic. Go to Google Translate. Honestly, Google Translate, write it down, memorize it, or even if you had it on the floor, you have it, al-muhim, you memorize it, and make the dua, make a sujood from Google Translate. Or if you can't get the Google Translate, go to your local neighborhood student of knowledge, your friendly student of knowledge. Sheikh, how do I say, oh Allah, marry me to a righteous wife? Allahumma zawijni kada zawja salihah, imra salihah. Easy. Easy. No, English or Urdu or any other language, Hindi, whatever it is, should be mentioned in the salah, especially the fard salah. Wallahu alam. And that's not only the ruling to the but the answer, but also an easy solution. An easy solution. And Iman, take 5 minutes, write down one sentence. Allahumma kada wa kada wa kada. I don't understand Arabic, but I read it. He wrote it down in Arabic. Please write the Roman transliteration for me. Allahumma zawijni kada kada kada.
You mentioned the two views of the scholars. Now, this also opens a door where a person can say, in the Day of Judgment, you know what? He can say, you know what? I follow the second view of the scholars where they said he believed in Salah, but he didn't pray Salah. You know what? That's a pass for him, and Allah will forgive him or not. The other person can say, you know what? I was rigid, I was strong on this matter. No, he is not a Muslim. So, but the second people, they get the option that if Salah turns into something like fasting or hijab, he's just a sinful Muslim. So is Salah the same category as the other deeds to the second set of scholars? There's no...
The concept is reasons why they hold that view. Regardless, whether you say they hold that view because any Muslim who makes any other sin, without saying that it's permissible, no, not necessarily. There are specific texts that they use. There are specific texts that they use to talk about insha'a. The hadith says, if Allah wills, they'll be punished. If Allah wills, they won't be punished. So, yes and no. Whether they say that not making salah is like any other act of fisk, drinking khamr. I know khamr is haram, but I still drink it. Like rum. Khalid Eldorado rum. It's a lot of bars we saw in Guyana. Everywhere we looked, it was El Dorado or Ivanov. Everywhere. Are you making this up?
No.
Everywhere. Airport, corner store, Kulamakan. Everybody understand this? He knows it's haram, but he's just addicted to rum. May Allah help me along the line, you know? He knows it's haram. There's a problem. He started smoking when he was young. He's addicted to marijuana from a young age. He's trying, stressed, but he knows it's wrong. That's an act of fisq. He doesn't declare it to be halal. He knows that it's haram. Drinking alcohol is haram, but he still does it. For somebody to take the salah, you're saying, I believe that it's mandatory, but I don't do it comparing the same. See, yes and no. From one aspect, that's wrong to put the salah on the category of act of fisq. It's a pillar of Islam. No doubt about that.
And the hadith.
There's no doubt about that. But that's not the only proof why they say that they're still Muslim. They have other evidences, whether it's the specific hadith to talk about Allah willing those who have a covenant and those who don't have a covenant, or whether it's the general concept is that they were Muslims and they don't leave the fold of Islam unless there's something that's clear, unless something that is agreed upon, and the ulama don't agree upon the issue, so that Islam remains or goes, they say remains. Al-baqa'u makan. That which is there is to stay there until certainty comes taking him. Everybody understand this? We have clearly proven this person is a Muslim. By birth, fitrah, they took the shahada. We don't declare them to leave the fold of Islam unless we have similar yaqeen, not just evidence, no, yaqeen. Certainty. Everybody understand this? Another concept or proof or evidence, because we mentioned some things from one side, is the concept of those who say that how can you not make Salah be a Muslim? And prayer is a pillar of Islam. So those who don't fast, are they kuffar? What's the proof for that? Those who don't make Hajj are kuffar, even though a person could use the verse, وَمَنْ كَفَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Those who don't give zakat, are they what? And the hadith clearly says, those who do not give, those who do not pay the tax on their animals will be trampled. There will be a stampede. And they'll be gorged and poked by their horns. Every time one group of animal passes by,
Next.
hadith says, ثُمَّ يُرَى سَبِيلُهُ. Then his path will be shown to him. إِمَّا إِلَىٰ الْجَنَّةِ وَإِمَّا إِلَى النَّارِ. Either to paradise or either to. So that clearly proves that those who do not pay their zakah have not what? Left the fold of Islam. So those groups, they say that's incorrect. Because if you say that a person is not a Muslim because they don't pray just because of the pillar of Islam, now we have. I understand it? So it goes to both sides. Let alone they say that just because the word kufr or shirk is mentioned, it doesn't mean that it's major kufr or major shirk. Just as those who don't do this, those who say this, those who swear like this, and a list of other actions that they say doesn't take you out of the fold of Islam. Until you believe that it's permissible to do. Until you believe the person is equal with Allah or more, etc. Everybody understand this? You clear on that? Everybody clear on this? Very important concept. Student of knowledge, learn how to sit down, how to analyze, how to break it down, how to read both sides, and how to play both sides. Antagonist, protagonist, you learn how to sharpen your skills. Everybody understand this? Everybody clear on this? This is a true student of knowledge when you can go on both sides, read. You don't have to be convinced, but understand and be able to use them. You understand what I'm saying to you? Bobby Fischer, one of the greatest chess players in the history of America, he used to play himself. He used to play himself, black and white. He would sit on one side, move white, go to the other side, move black. Right at the time he would play 3 or 4 or 5 games at once. And this person sitting here waiting, he moves, he's playing himself, another. He can go what? Both sides, black, white, offense, defense. Understand this? We're trying to make an example, an analogy. Not saying that chess is permissible. Trying to make a what? Analogy of the brilliant student of knowledge. You have to be able to do what?
Both sides.
Be flexible, be versatile, and never limit yourself to one way of thinking. And also being vast in your reading. You have to be well learned. You can't get that from just reading one book. Oh, Sheikh Fulan's fatwa was that kuffar. Sheikh Fulan's fatwa was that. Nah, it's deeper than that. Understand these words? You understand this? Chess. It's difficult enough to play chess against somebody else. It's complex enough to play, but to play your what?
So,
And not to cheat. Not to be a bigot, but to actually play with the strategy of what?
To win.
And a trick and a trap against yourself and move. Everybody understand this? Having a full-fledged game with yourself. It's deep. How perfect is Allah who made that man's aql? I mean, Allah, yani the stories of the Muslims, the uqul, the brains that they had, the minds, the hearts that Allah gave the Muslims. We all know that's well known, but right now we're talking about that man that was a kafir. How perfect is the one who what? Who made him that and gave him that aql. Just think about that. It's one thing you playing yourself, oh, well, I already know what I want to do. No. To have ikhlas and playing yourself. Actually trying to beat, trying to trick, trying to trap yourself, playing yourself. You understand what this means? Hopefully these words won't fall upon deaf ears. Naam Khalid, maybe not us, maybe the next generation. They'll understand, okay, I get it. Hadith, study, student. The dojo, right? Inshallah. Fadl Najm.
في الحديث عندما نقول وما اجتمع قوم في بيت من البيوت يتلون الكتاب إلى آخر حديث. يجوز في المغرب الناس يقرؤون بعد الصلاة القرآن
بصوت جماعي.
ليس بالوحدة. هذا يجوز؟
نقول السنة من حيث هذا الحديث النبوي الشريف ومن حيث غيره من الأحاديث النبوية إما أن يكون واحد يقرأ والباقون على الاستماع، أو واحد يقرأ والباقون يرددون عليه، يلقنهم، يحفظهم، يتلو عليهم وهم يرددون. أما الصورة الثالثة التي ذكرتها والمشهورة في المغرب وفي غير المغرب فلا شك ولا ريب أن هذا لم يكن من هدي النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام ولا من أصحابه الكرام ولا من هدي السلف الصالح، بل من العلماء من قال إنه بدعة، من العلماء من قال إنه بدعة، بحيث لم يرد عن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام ولا عن أصحابه، مع أن الحديث قد جاءت ووردت في كيف كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقرأ والصحابة كانوا يقرؤون، هذا أبي وهذا زيد وهذا ابن مسعود وهذا، ومع هذا لم يأتي في حديث واحد هذه الصورة بصوت جماعي وهم يتحركون ويتمايلون بعد الصلاة، فضلا عن هذه الأشياء، التحرك، التمايل بصوت عال أو بعد الصلاة، ترك الأذكار، فضلا عن هذه الأشياء، لكن مجرد قراءة القرآن بصوت واحد في آن واحد. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام الذي يعني قال ما قال في هذا الحديث: ما اجتمع قوم في بيت من بيوت الله يتلون كتاب الله إلى آخر الحديث، هو لم يفعله والصحابة الكرام رضي الله عنهم لم يفعلوه ولم يفهموا من هذا إلى آخره، فلا شك غالبا هذا يبتعد عنه، ليس هذا هو السنة. ومن أهل العلم كثير منهم من قال إنه بدعة والله تعالى أعلم، فهذا لا يفعل. لكن يعني لو أن واحد قال: يا أخي الحديث يتلون كتاب الله ويتدارسونه فيما بينهم إلا كذا كذا كذا، أليس؟ نقول: أنت الآن تركت كم سنة؟ هل ذكرت الأذكار النبوية بعد الصلاة؟ هل شوشت على المصلين؟ هل وهل 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 وهل؟ فدعنا من هذا، خلينا السنة الواضحة البينة. لماذا ندخل في المختلف فيه إلا بسبب العادات والتقاليد أو التقاليد والعادات؟ الله عز وجل يقول: ويسلموا تسليما ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت. هل أنت سلمت للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم؟ هل طبقت السنة؟ كم سنة تركتها؟ كم؟ بالله عليك. لهذا الشيء المختلف فيه، لنفرض أنه ليس من البدع، طيب لنفرض نقول الآن hypothetically ليس من البدع، لكن هذا الآن في وجه كم من السنة، هذا وهذا. ست أفعال. أين العقول؟ تعظيم التقاليد، تعظيم العادات أكثر من تعظيم من السنة. والله هذه مصيبة. هذا هو خلاصة الجواب. لو قرأت كتب الفقه، كتب يعني شروح الحديث، بل كتب آداب القراءة، آداب القراء، مثلا التبيان للنووي رحمه الله، تجد الكلام على هذه المسألة، تجد في كلام العلماء الفقهاء من السلف والخلف من أهل العلم من فصل في المسألة وقسم يعني الكلام فيها على أقسام إلى آخره. هذا هو خلاص الجواب. لا يخرج من عن كون مخالفة عن بدعة، ما يخرج عن هذا وهذا، وأحلاهما مر. أحلى الاحتمالين مر. ذهبت يمنة أم يسرة هو إيش؟ مر. فهمت هذا؟
نعم.
والله أعلم.
إذن هناك شيخ قديم كبير هذه يمكنه أن يقرأ he's older, so يعني just to retain, is it?
يعني نحن نقول هذا يعني لو أنه القارئ يقرأ وهذا يقرأ خلفه أو بدون نية، هذا شيء. أما أننا نتحلق ونقصد ونعمد إلى هذا الشيء خلق يعني في آن واحد بصوت واحد بعد كل صلاة، لا شك ولا ريب، لا شك ولا ريب أن هذا ليس من السنة. فهمت هذا؟ أما هذا يختلف، كالتلبية مثلا، قصد يقصد إلى أن يكون الأصوات في آن واحد، هذا لا شك ولا ريب لا يفعل. والله تعالى أعلم. Any other questions? تفضل. When was the last time you visited your brother, for Allah's sake?
Last year.
Last summer, now? تفضل.
So
It's Najm's Aqiqah, wasn't it?
yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
So if a person agrees that he didn't pray for a year, right? And so he takes the opinion now for himself that it was kufr, and he falls up the state of Islam.
Kufr Akbar, you gotta say.
Yeah.
طيب, because the hadith clearly says فقط كافر, he's made kufr, but kufr Akbar. طيب.
Does he have to? What does he have to do? Does he have to take his shahada again?
We say a person who felt that he was no longer a Muslim, return to Allah. He believes in Allah, he professes his iman, make repentance to Allah, ask Allah to forgive him, and say in his prayers, in his dua, in his tawbah, I believe in Allah. I believe in Allah. I seek refuge in you to make any shirk, to make any kufr, openly, outwardly, apparently, hidden, public, private, etc. To do righteous deeds and to keep moving forward. The shahada or aslama, Islam, a person accepting Islam is going to be someone who once lived upon kufr and shirk. He believes it in his heart, he declares it, it's known, the people, they see it, they're his brother, he lives among the Muslims or not. Everybody understand this? A child is born upon Islam, upon a fitrah, without having to make the shahada. A person who renounced Islam, that's one thing. That's one thing. Someone who did what? Renounced Islam. Someone who said that I believe in another deity, another God, this and that. A person who still always constantly believed in Allah, but they did an act which they believed took them what? Out of the fold. It's more than one, it's a different story. Everybody understand this? A person on the other side, I'm a Christian now. Allah protect us from that. I mean, that horrible statement. It's not the same as a person who says, I'm Muslim, but I'm just not making salah. It's a difference. Pronouncing denouncing, acknowledging, etc. Wallahu ta'ala alam.
One question. Let's say I take the first view and Nahian takes the second view, that I take the view that if you don't pray, he's a kafir. Nahian's like, no, he's a Muslim. He's just a brother akhi, you can't make takfir, you can't do that, you don't have right, they will come back to you. You don't know if he does anything in private or not. Now, but I believe that he don't pray at all.
I didn't make takfir. You didn't make takfir. You just said, I know that this person didn't pray, and that's what I believe about people that don't pray. As the Prophet said, his specific status for the law, it's not my business. But outwardly, Allah and His Rasul say something, this is what I understand from it, this is what I believe in it, I have to follow what I believe.
So
It doesn't mean that you're pointing your finger and declaring him to be specifically, it doesn't mean that.
so
Clear?
if you said he's a kafir, are you in the wrong side?
Takfir is one thing. Believing that leaving off acts or making acts is kufr akbar is what? Different thing. I'm the imam in this masjid. Let's say hypothetically speaking, I can't make salah over him, I'm sorry. I ain't saying that my uncle's a kafir, I'm not saying anything. But here in this masjid, can't help you. This masjid Abidin, masjid Siddiq, masjid Ansar, masjid 135th, masjid Kaba. There's a million masjids you can go to. Here, sorry. I ain't saying he's a kafir, but we all know he didn't pray. We can't do that here. Just that simple. Now you gotta be willing to deal with people too when you say that as well. Somebody might get offended. Somebody may get mad at you. Are you extreme? Are you saying this? You're saying my father's not a Muslim? You have to be willing to stand up. Everybody understand this? And this masjid, kala, etc. Everybody understand this? Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
My question is about, I have my family, my parents, and uncle. They don't practice Islam. And if they pass away, should I pray janazah over them?
It all goes back to what we just said.
Yes.
It all goes back to what we just said. You're going to have to follow your personal discretion. If you have researched the issue, it's mandatory for you to follow what you believe. If you haven't researched the issue, if you have not researched the issue, and you haven't read and studied and understood, you take the view from someone that you trust and respect. I personally, if they die, may Allah protect you from having a musibah in your family, a calamity. Your family member dies the next day, so on and so forth. Pray the janazah over them. Ask Allah to have forgiveness on them, to have mercy on their soul. Their affairs in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's safest and best. And Allah knows best. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brother Khan.
Can itikaf be performed in the home?
Can itikaf be made in one's house? Some of the people of knowledge say that a woman can make itikaf in her home. That a woman can make itikaf in her house. Now, a man making itikaf in general, the general concept of seclusion, the general concept of spiritual retreat, it's one thing. The concept of, I want to pray, I want to sit, I want to make dhikr, please no one bother me. You have a house, you have an attic, and you have a basement. And the basement is a study. And the attic is a study. It's, laid out, fixed up, and not no crazy stuff, but a person, a man, he spends time with his wife or his wives, forgotten sunnah of polygamy. Unfortunately, the Western European culture dominating the Muslim culture, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, reality, the sunnah, a man spends time with his wives or his wife, whatever he has, Abu Saeed, his children, so on and so forth. And then he says, I need some time for myself. Just like you need to sleep and you don't like to be disturbed in your sleep. Now my soul needs some rest. I want to just recite the Quran by myself. Sit, make dhikr by myself. Maybe I want to cry over my sins. Alone in privacy. There's nothing wrong with that from time to time. And that's a general type of itikaf. But that isn't the specific itikaf of Ramadan and of fasting. You clear on this? Allah knows best. And then, inshallah, you'll get some of the benefits from that as well. As we said, the what? Spiritual retreat. And the boundaries of the Sunnah. And the what?
The boundaries of Sunnah.
The Prophet dealt with the people. He fought Allah's enemies with his hand. Alayhi salatu wasalam. He had wives. He had children. He slept. He ate. He drank. And he also prayed. Made dua. Made dhikr. He sat with the Sahaba. He rode with the Sahaba. He picked up the baby from the Sahaba. Put the date in the baby's mouth. The roof of the baby's mouth. He held the baby in the prayer. The Prophet did what? He did balanced life. All facets of life. Not just, let me seclude myself. Let me be away from it. No. Balance. Prophet had balance. I said the best guidance is what? Guidance of Muhammad. It's narrated that this righteous alim, Fulan, Imam, he from the Tabi'een, when he heard the Quran, he passed out. He died. Fulan would fast until his tongue was black and green. Khayrul hadi. Hadi Muhammad. Best guidance is the guidance of Muhammad. Balance.
Is this statement correct if someone says the Sahabas, they differed regards to many issues, but regards to Salah being major kufr, they never disagreed? Is that statement correct?
Question says the Sahaba differed on many issues. As far as Sahaba different on Salah being major kufr, they never differed. We say, is it mentioned in explicit detail, kufr akbar and kufr asghar? Or does the narration say that they saw it as being kufr? That Umar radiallahu anhu said, La hadda li ahadin fil Islam, taraka salah. He who doesn't make salah has no nasib, has no portion, has no lot in Islam. And the list of the other athar of the Sahaba. Does that mean, and I'm not supporting or rejecting the view, don't think it's not my opinion ever. But I'm saying, does that scientifically mean that it's clear that they all agree that it's kufr akbar? Doesn't mean that. There are different interpretations, different ways. Somebody could say something and it could be in a means of zajr, to inhibit people, as the Prophet ﷺ's statement oftentimes is understood. We took Fathul Bari. Buraidah narrated that the Prophet ﷺ said what? He said, Buraidah said, Ajidu bis salah. Hurry up and pray. Asr. Why? He says, Man tarak al asr, faqad habita amaluh. He who leaves off asr, his deeds are null and void. And Ibn Hajar mentioned different views of the ulama. Is it made? And then he said, and perhaps the strongest view is that the Prophet he made this statement in a manner of what? Don't leave off asr. Get away. Don't come close. Because if you leave off asr, not meaning that all you need is nullified, but it's what? Akhi, if you do that, don't speak to me no more. I don't really mean that. But I'm trying to warn you and push away from what? Doing that. Everybody understand this? So there's, to say that statement, that is clearly proven, scientifically proven, that the Sahaba unanimously agreed that it's kufr akbar, I wouldn't have the nerve to say that. I, myself, I'm a humble, simple, basic person, I would not have the nerve to say that. Allahu A'lam. Hold on, Najib.
Another hadith, why is it لماذا مبني للمشهور the doers are known if we know that the doers are القلم
في النحو أنت الآن ستأخذ بابا في هذا ما لم يسمى فاعله ومن من يقول صيغة المجهول والأول هذه أحسن لا نقول صيغة المجهول الله مجهول أبدا حاشا وكلا وخلق الإنسان ضعيفا هل نقول هذا صيغة المبني للمجهول الله غير مجهول. لا شك ولا ريب، هو معروف سبحانه وتعالى، نعرفه بأسمائه الحسنى وصفاته العليا، فنقول بالصفة هي أو بصيغة أحسن ما لم يسمى فاعله. أنت الآن ستأخذ هذا في النحو إن شاء الله في المستقبل القريب، أسباب حذف الفاعل، أسباب عدم ذكر الفاعل أو تسمية الفاعل. يكون لأسباب، قد يكون للتعظيم، قد يكون لأنه معروف، قد يكون للتحقير. قتل كافر تحقيرا لشأن الكافر، لا نذكر من قتله. هناك عدة أسباب في هذا، للتعظيم، للتحقير، لأنه معروف إلى آخره. رفع القلم، رفعت الأقلام، كذا كذا كذا، معروف. من يعني الله سبحانه وتعالى هو الذي هو الملائكة. المهم قلم التكليف رفع عنه، وهذا لا شك له حكمة وفائدة حتى في اللفظ. رفع الله رفع القلم. The pen is lifted. هذا له, that's a style when you hear that. Allah pardons the person who sleeps from the salah. And رفع القلم. The pen is what? Lifted. في فرق ولا لا؟ فرق كبير. فأنت الآن ستأخذ إن شاء الله في النحو أسباب هذا. لماذا يذكر؟ لماذا لا يذكر؟ هناك يعني في أسباب علمية لهذا الشيء، وأنا ذكرت لك بعض الأمثلة.
لماذا؟
وخلق الإنسان ضعيفا. الإنسان خلق من ماء دافق، هذا الماء المهين. لم يقول خلقه الله من ماء دافق. فهمت هذا؟
لماذا حديث Allah He created, is this referring to the first pen that He created? Why is it in the general sense? Al-Aqla, Rufiat Al-Aqla. Is this referring to the pens from the books of Allah?
هو المقصود به التكليف. التكليف قلم سواء بهذا أم ذاك، المقصود به أنه غير مكلف في هذه الحالة، حالة النوم، حال زوال العقل، أي سبب من الأسباب. لكن الآن في النوم، المجنون الصغير، هذا هو المقصود، أن هناك تكليف. ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. ولا شك يكتبون، إن رسلنا لديهم يكتبون. الله عز وجل يقول. فلا شك ولا ريب أن الأعمال، الخير والشر، الأقوال، الأفعال، العقائد، هذه تكتب سواء بقلم بأقلام. هذا هو المقصود بالحديث، أن التكليف غير جار عليه في هذه الحالة، حال النوم، حال الصغر، حال الجنون، حتى كذا، حتى كذا، حتى كذا، ثم يعود إلى الأصل الذي هو الكتابة. هذا هو المقصود. أسرار بلاغية، قلم، أقلام، هذه تبحث، تنظر في هذه الأشياء. فهمت هذا؟ والله أعلم. هذا خلاص الجواب طبعا باختصار. جزاك الله خيرا، وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد.